Hey you guys, welcome back for Storytime from my bedroom. This one, you guys, is a serious warning. This is something that happened to me just yesterday. Okay, so before we get started, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Click the bell for notifications. Go ahead and get a video a thumbs up. Comment down in the comment section. You know I'm going to get back with you guys. Sorry for the videos not being kind of sparse in between my work schedule, what have you, but hey, I'm here today. I promise you guys, I tried to do a movie night, but when this happened, I said, I need to really give out this warning instead of doing a movie night. So we would definitely get a movie night before this weekend, because guess what? I'm off Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Fingers crossed, you guys, nothing pops off. Okay, so last night, I get off of work. Now, I get off of work about 7 o'clock, so I get home and stop and got me some food, you guys. It probably was about 8 something at night. For some reason, it's been getting dark here in Ohio at 8 o'clock. Normally, it don't get dark to 9. I guess the fall weather is rolling in, and is rolling in a little earlier than what we thought. So, on our street, my street, you guys, is a long street that goes all the way down and it wraps around. The issue that I have with my street is there's more cars than there is parking spots. So there's some residents that got 2 or 3 cars. Some of them, they'll park in their driveway. The other ones, they'll park on the street, as well as some of the homeowners. Their driveway is not that big, and so they park some of their cars on the street as well. So if you get home late at night, say 8, 9 o'clock at night, especially on a Friday, you may or may not find you a parking spot. So you may have to park on the front side of the building, which is where the traffic and the bus stop is, or you have to park all the way down the street and then take a hike. And so some of the parking spaces are just little bitty spots in between people's 2 driveways. So you know how that is. You got to make sure that your car is not hanging over or blocking somebody's driveway. Okay, so when I pulled onto our street, I see this guy. He's walking. He has like dreadlocks or whatever. He has an apron on the front and he has on all black. And he's walking from the corner and he's going like diagonally between some cars. Who cares? So I'm waiting for him to totally move out the way. He's messing with his phone or whatever. I go down the street. So I'm looking, I'm like, hey, where's the parking spots? Like, bruh. There was a parking spot behind a truck that was near my building, but you know how it's a tight squeeze, and sometimes I don't feel like pulling out all my maneuverability skills, so I'll pass that parking spot up so I can just get one I can slide into. So I'm sitting there driving down the street, can't find a parking spot. There's this big, beautiful White House. They must have been having a party. They had mass cars in theirs, and so in their driveway, and then their people were there, you know, their visitors or their company or whatever is there taking up the parking spots. So you guys, I'm all the way down the street. I don't have a problem sometimes parking down the street and hiking back a little bit, but this was beyond far. I'm going way down the street. How many feet it was, you guys, I don't know. It was just way too far down the street. So I see 2 people garages. Now these houses are, as you go further down the street, it seems like the houses get bigger. So the parking spot between the 2 driveways was a little bit big, and there was a car that was parked there. So the car is parked there, and there's some space behind him. So I'm thinking in my mind, I wonder if I scoot up real close to his bumper, would that allow me, you know, to be able to get this parking spot? And at this point, I got to hike all the way back. So pause there. The parking spot on the front of the building, you can park by the little bus stop, or you can park across, not across the street, but on the same side of the street. But that one has a sign like you have to move your car like between 9, you can't park there like 9 to 3 or 3 to 6, some old weird thing. I'm not taking no chance on that because I'm off today, so I'm going to sleep in. I ain't getting up, you guys, to move no car. So I didn't think to park there when I saw all the parking spots were gone. So I tried to move up close to this car, and I'm kind of looking, I'm like, I think I may be sticking out or whatever. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get this parking spot. So while I'm driving up the street, remember the guy was coming across. Next thing you know, he's over across the street, and he's like, and y'all, in hindsight, it didn't dawn on me. Okay, let me tell you this. So he said, you know what time it is? And I'm like, what? He was like, I'm like, So he's across the street. So I'm like, roll the window down a little bit. And I'm like, it's 8:11. And he's like, oh, okay, then okay. He's like, let me ask you something. Is your area, he mentioned the area that I live in, is it prejudice? And I was like, no, not really. I haven't had any problem. He's like, oh, okay then, because I was around the corner and I asked some lady, he was like, I asked some lady, like, what's a cab company? Because I'm trying to get a ride. He was like, what's a cab company? Now, mind you, he's across the street, which is a good distance for me. My car is still in like reverse or drive or whatever I had it in because I hadn't put it in park. One thing I hate about my car, when you put it in park, the doors automatically come unlocked. I don't like that feature on a Nissan. So if you put it, if you're driving, the doors are locked. So I didn't let it down that far. And so he was like, I was just asking her, did she know the name of a cab company? She started going off on me and screaming and hollering. And then I walked away or whatever. And she jumped in her car and started following me and screaming and hollering. And I'm like, oh, wow, that's crazy. I was like, well, I don't know. Just be safe out here. And he was like, all right, then. And he didn't walk away. He was just kind of standing. I'm like, okay, if I did fit in this parking spot, regardless if my car was sticking out or not, even if it wasn't sticking out, I wasn't going to waste time trying to figure it out. And he's kind of lingering. So I'm like, I'm about to just back up and go back down, toward the beginning of the street the other way, because I'm not going the same way that this dude is going. So I backed up out of that space, y'all. I go down the street. Mind you, when I go down the street further, he starts walking down that way. So I'm going down. I got to find a parking driveway that I could turn around in. There's another big house, so I decided to pull into their driveway, go back around. And so I go back up the street. You guys remember, he's going the opposite way. I go back up the street. There's a white truck coming toward me. So he pulls over so I can get through, because people can park on both sides. It ain't enough room. It's too narrow. So I go down and then I put my blinkers on, because that spot that I didn't want, that I didn't feel like doing maneuverability, I'm about to do maneuverability in it, because I can't go park down there because the guy down there, and I just didn't feel comfortable about it. And so I park in the parking spot, do my little wiggle. The truck goes by, put my car in park. This is how I am. If I park toward the front of the building, you guys, I go through the front door and I'll check the mailbox. If I park back by the back door of the building, I'm not going to check the mailbox. I'll check it tomorrow. Ain't nothing in there but a bunch of junk mail and probably some bills. So I was in the front of the building and I'm thinking, maybe I should go check the mailbox. Then for some reason, I was like, I'm not going to check the mailbox. So I'm grabbing my food out of here, grabbing my lunch bag. You know how you gather all your stuff up or whatever. I get out the car. Whenever I get out the car, you guys, I didn't look around. I just did not look around. So I get out the car. Whenever I get out the car, I push in my side mirror. You guys, I pushed in, mind you, I put my car in park. The doors are unlocked. So I get out the car. I hit the lock thing on it. I close the door. I'm pushing in the thing, and he's right on the passenger side of my car. And I'm thinking, how the hell did this man get back up here this fast? So he's trying to continue this conversation with me. So he was like, yeah, because I don't have, I'm just trying to get a ride or whatever. And I'm thinking in my mind, dude, I'm not giving you no ride. You could kill me with that ride carrying on. I don't care, male or female. I'm not giving you no ride. And he was like, and I don't have Uber or the Lyft app or anything like that. So by this time, I said, oh yeah. I said, well, I don't know. And so I was like, I don't know no cab company. So I start backing away from my car so I can be in the middle of the street, and I'm just going to walk in the middle of the street before I go to the back door to get in. By this time, I start getting my back door key in my hand. Rule number one for going forward, I'm going to have my door key already in my hand going forward. Not just my keys, but my door keys, just in case I need to make a run or whatever. And I'm going to spin my little mace thing around every single time I get up out the daggone car. Because I don't know if he had to been watching. I don't know how that man got up that street that fast, because he was all the way down the street. So then it dawns on me. By this time, I was like, something ain't right. Because why are you asking me for the time originally and you got a cell phone in your hand? It didn't dawn on me. You got a cell phone in your hand. Whose cell phone ain't got a clock on it? The time is there. So he was like, yeah, because I don't have no, and he had his phone like that on some weird stuff. He was like, and I don't have the app or whatever. I said, I don't know no cab company. And then I'm thinking in my mind, Google it. First of all, I ain't seen a cab company. I ain't even know cab company still exists. I know Uber. I know Lyft. I ain't seen a yellow cab, a blue cab, a red cab, whatever color cabs used to be in forever in a day. So I'm thinking, okay, cab company, I don't know what to even tell you about a cab company because I ain't seen a cab in forever. So by this time, I'm like, girl, haul tail. So I start walking away. So he's going forward. I'm going this way. Ain't no checking no mailbox today. I'm going this way. So I got my key in my hand and I'm looking out the side of my eye to make sure you ain't running up. Because by this time, you're going to get maced. You're going to get maced. I'm going to start screaming. It just ain't going to be good. So I get to my back door. I put that key in there real fast. One thing I don't like about the people in this building, they like to jar. They like to, leave the back door open, sticking stuff in there. So when they keep sticking stuff in that back door and leaving that thing open, it makes it where it doesn't close. It makes it where it doesn't close as it should. So the door kind of came up, but it didn't go in the door jamb. So I pulled that up, got in my house. Mind you, whenever I leave the house, I turn all the lights out, you guys. I don't leave no lights on or whatever. So I come in my room, put my bags down. I'm like, man, this crazy. Put my bag down, put my food on the stove, come in my room to take my work clothes off, turn the light on. Y'all, the food had came to the back area. My back window is right by the dumpster. So I turn my light on. He must have doubled back because I hear him outside talking about, hey, miss, can you give me a ride? Y'all, I don't know if he saw my light come on or not because he wasn't behind me when I came in the building. But for me shuffling from the living room to put my food on the stove to the kitchen and coming in here, I don't know if he saw my light came on. But he was like, hey, miss. Mind you, my window, I crack it sometimes just to get some fresh air in. So I had my window cracked. I didn't go to close it because I didn't want him to hear me closing it at the time that you're talking. I didn't turn the light off because, you know, when you turn the light out, you're trying to peek. So he would have known that that was my window. But y'all, I don't know. And he stayed out there. He just kept saying it probably about 4 or 5 times. And I'm like, I didn't answer. I didn't move. I didn't turn no TV on. I didn't turn the light off. I didn't shut the window. But I stood like I'm right here. Where I'm sitting right here, you can see right here by my window. I stepped back this way, back over here, and I just stood there. And I didn't hear him no more. I waited a good 5-10 minutes or so. I didn't hear him walk off. I didn't hear him back there shuffling. I didn't hear nothing. You guys, ladies and guys, be careful. Folks just wandering around. Let me tell you something. I'm not going to worry about it because you will find yourself in more trouble trying to come in here. It just ain't going to be a good idea. If you know what I'm talking about, go back to the story about the maintenance man. I'm covered. So you ain't going to need no ride with no cab. You try to come up and through here. You ain't going to need no ride with no cab. Your next ride going to be in the ambulance. I'll be nice and probably, I ain't going to be nice. It would be nice if I just hit you with my bag. If you try to come in the window. I'll be nice if I mace you. But if you trying to come through my window, ain't no nice. Ain't no nice, you guys. Be careful. People are on mess. I don't know what they own. I don't know what it is. I don't care. Be careful of your surroundings. Y'all, I was slipping. And I didn't even know I was slipping. But dude was right Y'all, it startled me. He was right on the side of my car. And if I wouldn't have he could have opened up my door. My car, no, he couldn't because my car was in park. But I don't know how long he was standing there. And when I went to reach for my food, I didn't reach and look out the window. I just reached for my food and got out. I got to check my surroundings, especially at all times, but especially when you're coming home late at night. And it was only 8 o'clock, but that's still dark outside because people on some mess. Y'all, whoo, story time for my bedroom. Be safe, you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to record for tomorrow. It'll be a Saturday night movie. I don't know what y'all got planned. Check it out. If they don't watch it on Saturday, watch it Tuesday. I don't care. It is what it is. You guys, Giggle Squad, thanks for rocking with me. Be careful. Be safe. Love you guys. And we'll see you the next time I load. Peace.